So let's have a look at our lab, looking at ciphers and fundamentals. Okay, so if we open up this challenge here, let's see if we can get 30 points. Okay, so I'll just expand that there. So for the first one, we've got a C and 6F. We've got an O. 6E is an N. And 65 is an E. 63 is a C. Sorry, there should be two N's there. 74 is a T. And then 6F is an O. 69 is an I, 6F is an O, and 6E is an N. Good, got that one correct. 67 is a G, 6C is an L, 75 is a U, and 60 is an M. Glum. 60. So just let me check. 67. Check the answers. So 67 G, 6C, L, 675 is U, and 60. 6D is an M. Okay, that's correct. Okay, next one. 61 is an A. 63 is a C, double C. 65 is an E. And then 73 X is SS. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll just go on to the next one. Make sure the next one is done. Okay, so our focus really is to be able to understand how to crack ciphers. So with this code, this is Pigpen, so we look here, and this is this shape here with the dot. So the first letter is an R, and then we have a square, like this. So that's an E. Then we have a shape such as this one, which is a T, and then we have that shape, which is an I, and then this one is the square with the dot in it, and then the last one is the shape here, so it's written up. Okay, that's correct. So we'll go to the next challenge. Okay, so this one, Mary Queen of Scots code. So let's see if we can find that one. That looks like a K. And then this one here is, I think an N. And then that looks like an E, and then an E. Check the answers, and that's correct. Okay, next one. Oh dear. And this is Navo coding, so the first one is slush. And that looks like a B. And then this one here fourth one is that one. Nice. So let's see if we can find it. This one here is an M. Okay, so it's by Mick. Okay, so that's the Navo code. Next we'll try this one. This one's quite easy. 34 is a 3 and a 4, so it's an N. And then 24 is an I. 22 is a G. 23 is an H. 45 is a T. I'm just going to guess that's Nightmare. And it's correct. Okay, so we'll try the next one. So I've got a score of 7. So for this next one, it's Caesar code, so it's either shifted by 1 place, 2 places, or 3. So we'll just go through them one at a time. So T becomes an S if we've got 1 shift. J becomes an I, so it's looking good. N becomes an M. A V becomes a U, still looking fine. And an M becomes an L. I'll take a guess. Nearly. S and L, and a B becomes an A, and a U becomes a T. Let's see, simulate. Okay, T. So where do we get to? P becomes an O, and an R becomes an S. Simulator. Yeah. Okay, so try the other ones, and some of them will be 1 shift, 2 shifts, 3 shifts. Let's try the next one just to show that it might not work if we try 1 shift. So I, N, it's going to work. This one looks like inkwell, and so on. Okay, so we're up to 9 points. Now we get to Morse code, some serious encoding here. So dash dot dash dot dash dot dash dot looks like a C, and then 3 dashes is an O. Dash dot becomes an N. Okay, I think that probably is connection, and so on. Okay, so there's a, like, just pick off the codes from there and you should find your codes down there. So try the next one. I've got a score of 10. So DD is a T, XD is an E, D is an S, and DD is a T. Good. That's perfect. Okay, I've got a score of 11. Okay, A, B, A, bacon code A, B, A, B, A, A, B, A, A, B, A, A, B, A, B. Is that one? It's an F. B, A, A, B, B. I think it's either a U or a V, so we'll go for a U, and then A, B, B, A, B, B, A, B, B, A, B, A, B, 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 A, B, there, B, A, B, B, A. Boy, funny. Poof. That's a tough one. Okay, we're up to 13 is where we move by 13 spaces. So P becomes a C, B becomes an O. Okay, I'm going to take a guess here. Connection. Okay. And we've got two A's, two N's, and an R becomes an E. I'll say connect. Good. Okay, here's our next code. So dot is an E, B is an end. So this is different. It's a different type of keyboard mapping that we get. That's where the code comes from. A J becomes a C. An R becomes an O. An E becomes a D. I think that's in code. Good. Okay, 23. So 3 is an F. An 8 is an I. 7 is an R. And 0 is an E. Wire. Okay. That's correct. Good. Never scrambled. An S in cipher is a T. An L is an O. And a P is an E. It's toe. .70. So this is the homophonic code. 70, right. 70. Yeah, H. Okay, so with this type of code, we get more codes for the most popular characters. 50 is an A, and it's there. 73. 73 is an I. And 04. 04 is 04. 04 is an R. Here. Great. 18. Okay, so real code. Real code is a challenge. Okay, so if you get spaces in it, just ignore the spaces. So we have 4 characters, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so write out your real code like that with a number of letters, and then put them back in. B O E N. Oh, sorry, N. Bone. Okay. So let's try that on. Check the answers. That's great. So okay. So with the real code, you write out the rails, and then put the letters back in by stringing them across the way for each row. Okay. 19. Right then, so it's very difficult to do the basics 4 quickly, so what we'll do is we'll just use the calculator. So the base 64 of that gives us farm. So we'll just put farm in. Hopefully that's okay. So you can normally spot base 64 with the equal signs, or a single equal. That's fine. Getting them. Okay, so hidden messages. evolution, evolution, evolution of apes. Okay, just check that. Oh, it's correct. That's great. There's another one here. See where we see the underscore? So T B O sorry, I've missed one. There's two B or not to B. Okay, did you see that one where the underscores are the prints a word? Okay, if you look at the ones that are italic, so they are in A P bit difficult to see it. I E R. So I think it's Neighbour University. Okay, so see how you go on. There's a bit of Morse code at the end there. You might find. Okay, so see if you can get all 6. So now we look at our Vigenere code. So for this one, so we're going to use a keyword of king. Okay, king. So there's the K row, there's the I, there's the N, and then there's the G. Okay, so forest, so we take out the F, and the first time we take K, this is this row, and we get a B. And then we've got an O, and the second time we use the I row, so that's W. Then we've got an R, and this time we're using the N row, which goes all the way down there, which is E. And then it's E, and we're using king, so it's G, and so that's K. And then S, we go back to the K again, K row for king, so it's a C. And then T is the I, D, I is B. There you go, perfect, excellent. If you want to look at the solution, there's the solution, hopefully. That's it done for you.